CLEP Principles of Management Staffing and Training. Question 1. In a workplace example where an employee accepts the duty to complete an assigned task in a remote service team for the frontier unit, which concept is tested? Option A, authority. Option B, accountability. Option C, centralization. Option D, responsibility. The correct answer is option D, responsibility. Responsibility fits because responsibility is the obligation to perform assigned work. Authority is different because it is the right to direct work. Accountability is different because it is answerability for outcomes, and centralization is different because it keeps decisions at higher levels. Question 2. Before choosing an answer about employees worry a new system will reduce their status or job security at a logistics company for the frontier unit, which concept should stand out? Option A, empowerment. Option B, benchmarking. Option C, orientation. Option D, resistance to change. The correct answer is option D, resistance to change. Resistance to change fits because resistance to change often comes from fear, uncertainty, or perceived loss. Empowerment is different because it gives people more discretion. Benchmarking is different because it compares against best practices, and orientation is different because it introduces employees to the organization. Question 3. One manager notices that a manager chooses a leadership style based on the team's skill and the situation inside a software company for the frontier unit. Which management idea is involved? Option A, one best way approach. Option B, equity theory. Option C, centralization. Option D, contingency theory. The correct answer is option D, contingency theory. Contingency theory fits because contingency theory says effective management depends on situational factors. One best way approach is different because it assumes one method works everywhere. Equity theory is different because it focuses on fairness perceptions, and centralization is different because it concerns where authority is held. Question 4. Could a case where an employee is motivated by achievement, recognition, responsibility, and growth inside a government agency for the frontier unit best point to which concept? Option A, Herzberg's two-factor theory. Option B, Maslow's hierarchy. Option C, equity theory. Option D, scientific management. The correct answer is option A, Herzberg's two-factor theory. Herzberg's two-factor theory fits because Herzberg separates motivators from hygiene factors and links motivators to job satisfaction. Maslow's hierarchy is different because it organizes human needs in levels. Equity theory is different because it focuses on fairness of reward ratios, and scientific management is different because it focuses on task efficiency. Question 5. Why would a scenario where HR builds a pool of applicants for an open position during a staffing shortage for the frontier unit most likely test which idea? Option A, selection. Option B, recruitment. Option C, orientation. Option D, performance appraisal. The correct answer is option B, recruitment. Recruitment fits because recruitment attracts qualified candidates to apply. Selection is different because it chooses among applicants. Orientation is different because it introduces hired employees, and performance appraisal is different because it evaluates work results. Question 6. Where does nearby countries reduce trade barriers and coordinate economic activity during an operations review for the frontier unit fit best in management terminology? Option A, job specialization. Option B, regional economic integration. Option C, performance appraisal. Option D, feedback control. The correct answer is option B, regional economic integration. Regional economic integration fits because regional economic integration occurs when countries cooperate economically within a region. Job specialization is different because it divides work into narrow tasks. Performance appraisal is different because it evaluates employees, and feedback control is different because it reviews completed results. Question 7. Should a student connect a manager uses rewards and consequences to increase desired behavior during a strategic planning session for the frontier unit with which management concept? Option A, equity theory. Option B, goal-setting theory. Option C, matrix structure. Option D, reinforcement theory. The correct answer is option D, reinforcement theory. Reinforcement theory fits because reinforcement theory explains behavior through its consequences. Equity theory is different because it focuses on fairness perceptions. Goal-setting theory is different because it emphasizes clear and challenging goals, and matrix structure is different because it creates dual reporting lines. Question 8. Which concept is shown when employees work harder when they believe effort leads to performance and performance leads to valued rewards during a compliance review for the frontier unit? Option A, equity theory. Option B, reinforcement theory. Option C, expectancy theory. Option D, bureaucracy. The correct answer is option C, expectancy theory. Expectancy theory fits because expectancy theory connects effort, performance, and outcomes. Equity theory is different because it centers on fairness comparisons. Reinforcement theory is different because it focuses on consequences after behavior, and bureaucracy is different because it emphasizes rules and hierarchy. Question 9. Employees follow a required sequence for approving purchase orders during a merger discussion for the Frontier unit. Which term best matches the situation? Option A, procedure. Option B, policy. Option C, mission. Option D, span of control. The correct answer is option A, procedure. Procedure fits because a procedure lists the steps for completing a recurring task. Policy is different because it is broader and less step-by-step. Mission is different because it states the organization's purpose, and span of control is different because it counts direct reports. Question 10. During a management case, a neutral third party hears a dispute and makes a binding decision inside a hospital department for the Frontier unit. Which idea is most relevant? Option A, mediation. Option B, arbitration. Option C, brainstorming. Option D, job rotation. The correct answer is option B, arbitration. Arbitration fits because arbitration gives the third party authority to decide the outcome. Mediation is different because it helps parties negotiate without imposing a decision. Brainstorming is different because it generates ideas, and job rotation is different because it moves employees among jobs. Question 11. How should a manager classify a situation where a team ignores warning signs because members want agreement more than realistic evaluation in a remote service team for the Frontier unit? Option A, constructive conflict. Option B, benchmarking. Option C, groupthink. Option D, equity theory. The correct answer is option C, groupthink. Groupthink fits because groupthink occurs when pressure for harmony weakens critical thinking. Constructive conflict is different because it encourages useful disagreement. Benchmarking is different because it compares with best practices, and equity theory is different because it focuses on perceived fairness. Question 12. When a manager defines a problem, lists alternatives, evaluates them, and selects a solution at a logistics company for the Frontier unit, which concept is being applied? Option A, rational decision-making model. Option B, grapevine. Option C, equity theory. Option D, laissez-faire leadership. The correct answer is option A, rational decision-making model. Rational decision-making model fits because the rational model uses a logical sequence to choose among alternatives. Grapevine is different because it is informal communication. Equity theory is different because it explains motivation through fairness, and laissez-faire leadership is different because it gives followers broad freedom. Question 13. After a manager uses formal authority to impose a conflict decision quickly inside a software company for the Frontier unit, which label best fits the action? Option A, forcing. Option B, accommodation. Option C, collaboration. Option D, compromise. The correct answer is option A, forcing. Forcing fits because forcing is a win-lose style that relies on power or authority. Accommodation is different because it gives in to preserve harmony. Collaboration is different because it seeks mutual gains, and compromise is different because it splits concessions between sides. Question 14. If a manager recognizes that basic needs must be met before higher growth needs motivate employees inside a government agency for the Frontier unit, which choice gives the strongest management explanation? Option A, equity theory. Option B, expectancy theory. Option C, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Option D, reinforcement theory. The correct answer is option C, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Maslow's hierarchy of needs fits because Maslow's theory arranges needs from basic physiological needs to self-actualization. Equity theory is different because it focuses on fairness comparisons. Expectancy theory is different because it links effort, performance, and rewards, and reinforcement theory is different because it uses consequences to shape behavior. Question 15. To analyze a case where new employees learn basic policies, expectations, and workplace routines during a staffing shortage for the Frontier unit, which term should be selected? Option A, orientation. Option B, recruitment. Option C, performance appraisal. Option D, arbitration. The correct answer is option A, orientation. Orientation fits because orientation introduces new hires to the organization and their jobs. Recruitment is different because it attracts applicants. Performance appraisal is different because it evaluates results, and arbitration is different because it resolves disputes through a binding third party. Question 16. For an exam item where employees generate original ideas for solving a customer problem during an operations review for the Frontier unit, which answer is most accurate? Option A, control. Option B, recruitment. Option C, creativity. Option D, bureaucracy. The correct answer is option C, creativity. Creativity fits because creativity is the production of novel and useful ideas. Control is different because it measures results against standards, recruitment is different because it attracts applicants, and bureaucracy is different because it emphasizes rules and hierarchy. Question 17. In a workplace example where employees in marketing and operations coordinate work at the same level during a strategic planning session for the Frontier unit, which concept is tested? Option A, downward communication. Option B, upward communication. Option C, horizontal communication. Option D, chain of command. The correct answer is option C, horizontal communication. Horizontal communication fits because horizontal communication occurs among people or units at similar levels. Downward communication is different because it flows down the hierarchy, upward communication is different because it flows up the hierarchy, and chain of command is different because it shows formal authority lines. Question 18. Before choosing an answer about executives respond to a crisis the company has never faced before during a compliance review for the Frontier unit, which concept should stand out? Option A, program decision. Option B, procedure. Option C, non-program decision. Option D, standing plan. The correct answer is option C, non-program decision. Non-program decision fits because non-program decisions are novel, complex, and not solved by routine rules. Program decision is different because it handles repeated problems, procedure is different because it gives routine steps, and standing plan is different because it guides recurring situations. Question 19. One manager notices that a team includes employees with different backgrounds, experiences, and perspectives during a merger discussion for the Frontier unit. Which management idea is involved? Option A, uniformity. Option B, centralization. Option C, workforce diversity. Option D, budget variance. The correct answer is option C, workforce diversity. Workforce diversity fits because workforce diversity refers to differences among employees that can affect work and decisions. Uniformity is different because it means sameness rather than difference. Centralization is different because it keeps authority at higher levels, and budget variance is different because it compares financial actuals with planned amounts. Question 20. Could a case where employees share unofficial information before management makes a formal announcement inside a hospital department for the Frontier unit best point to which concept? Option A, organization chart. Option B, policy manual. Option C, grapevine. Option D, budget report. The correct answer is option C, grapevine. Grapevine fits because the grapevine is the informal communication network inside an organization. Organization chart is different because it is a formal structure diagram, policy manual is different because it gives official guidance, and budget report is different because it gives financial control information. Question 21. Why would a scenario where major decisions must be approved by top executives in a remote service team for the Frontier unit most likely test which idea? Option A, decentralization. Option B, centralization. Option C, empowerment. Option D, horizontal communication. The correct answer is option B, centralization. Centralization fits because centralization concentrates decision authority at higher levels. Decentralization is different because it pushes authority to lower levels, empowerment is different because it gives employees more discretion, and horizontal communication is different because it flows among peers. Question 22. Where does employees share unwritten values about how work should be done at a logistics company for the Frontier unit fit best in management terminology? Option A, organizational culture. Option B, organization chart. Option C, budget. Option D, job specification. The correct answer is option A, organizational culture. Organizational culture fits because organizational culture is the shared values, beliefs, and assumptions of members. Organization chart is different because it shows formal structure, budget is different because it allocates money, and job specification is different because it lists required qualifications. Question 23. Should a student connect a manager chooses a satisfactory solution because time and information are limited inside a software company for the Frontier unit with which management concept? Option A, perfect rationality. Option B, brainstorming. Option C, management by exception. Option D, bounded rationality. The correct answer is option D, bounded rationality. Bounded rationality fits because bounded rationality recognizes that managers cannot always make perfectly rational decisions. Perfect rationality is different because it assumes complete information and unlimited analysis. Brainstorming is different because it generates many ideas, and management by exception is different because it focuses attention on major deviations. Question 24. Which concept is shown when an organization relies on written rules, hierarchy, specialization, and formal procedures inside a government agency for the frontier unit? Option A, adhocracy. Option B, bureaucracy. Option C, grapevine. Option D, job enrichment. The correct answer is option B, bureaucracy. Bureaucracy fits because bureaucracy is a formal structure built around rules, hierarchy, and defined roles. Adhocracy is different because it is flexible and innovation-oriented. Grapevine is different because it is informal communication, and job enrichment is different because it redesigns work for motivation. Question 25. A company reinforces a new process until it becomes the normal way to work during a staffing shortage for the frontier unit. Which term best matches the situation? Option A, unfreezing. Option B, storming. Option C, forecasting. Option D, refreezing. The correct answer is option D, refreezing. Refreezing fits because refreezing stabilizes a change so the new behavior lasts. Unfreezing is different because it prepares people for change, storming is different because it is a team development stage, and forecasting is different because it estimates future conditions. Question 26. During a management case, leaders explain the organization's basic purpose and reason for existing during an operations review for the frontier unit. Which idea is most relevant? Option A, mission statement. Option B, procedure. Option C, variance report. Option D, job specification. The correct answer is option A, mission statement. Mission statement fits because a mission statement states what the organization does and why it exists. Procedure is different because it gives step-by-step instructions. Variance report is different because it compares actual results with standards, and job specification is different because it lists qualifications for a job. Question 27. How should a manager classify a situation where leaders explain why old habits must change before introducing a new system during a strategic planning session for the frontier unit? Option A, refreezing. Option B, controlling. Option C, recruiting. Option D, unfreezing. The correct answer is option D, unfreezing. Unfreezing fits because unfreezing prepares people to let go of current behaviors and accept change. Refreezing is different because it stabilizes the new behavior. Controlling is different because it measures performance against standards, and recruiting is different because it attracts applicants. Question 28. When leaders describe what the organization wants to become in the future during a compliance review for the frontier unit, which concept is being applied? Option A, vision statement. Option B, role. Option C, job description. Option D, concurrent control. The correct answer is option A, vision statement. Vision statement fits because a vision statement expresses an inspiring future state. Role is different because it states a specific required or prohibited behavior. Job description is different because it lists duties of a position, and concurrent control is different because it monitors work while it is happening. Question 29. After a manager postpones addressing a conflict and hopes it disappears during a merger discussion for the frontier unit, which label best fits the action? Option A, forcing. Option B, collaboration. Option C, mediation. Option D, avoidance. The correct answer is option D, avoidance. Avoidance fits because avoidance delays or withdraws from conflict rather than solving it directly. Forcing is different because it uses authority to impose a solution. Collaboration is different because it openly works through both sides' concerns, and mediation is different because it uses a neutral facilitator. Question 30. If an engineer reports to both a functional manager and a project manager inside a hospital department for the frontier unit, which choice gives the strongest management explanation? Option A, matrix structure. Option B, functional structure. Option C, centralization. Option D, job analysis. The correct answer is option A, matrix structure. Matrix structure fits because a matrix structure combines functional and project authority, creating dual reporting. Functional structure is different because it usually has one functional chain. Centralization is different because it refers to where decisions are made, and job analysis is different because it studies the content of a job. Question 31. To analyze a case where managers set expected revenues and spending limits for a department in a remote service team for the frontier unit, which term should be selected? Option A, organization chart. Option B, budget. Option C, job description. Option D, grapevine. The correct answer is option B, budget. Budget fits because a budget is a financial plan that helps allocate and control resources. Organization chart is different because it shows formal reporting relationships. Job description is different because it lists position duties, and grapevine is different because it is informal communication. Question 32. For an exam item where middle managers convert broad goals into departmental actions at a logistics company for the frontier unit, which answer is most accurate? Option A, strategic planning. Option B, orientation. Option C, tactical planning. Option D, collective bargaining. The correct answer is option C, tactical planning. Tactical planning fits because tactical planning translates strategy into plans for units or departments. Strategic planning is different because it is broader and handled mainly by top management. Orientation is different because it introduces new employees to the organization, and collective bargaining is different because it is negotiation between labor and management. Question 33. In a workplace example where a team member reduces tension and encourages quieter members to participate inside a software company for the frontier unit, which concept is tested? Option A, task role. Option B, program decision. Option C, line authority. Option D, maintenance role. The correct answer is option D, maintenance role. Maintenance role fits because maintenance roles support group relationships and cohesion. Task role is different because it focuses directly on completing the work. Program decision is different because it handles routine problems, and line authority is different because it commands core work activities. Question 34. Before choosing an answer about consultants help improve culture, teamwork, and readiness for change inside a government agency for the frontier unit, which concept should stand out? Option A, scientific management. Option B, recruitment. Option C, organization development. Option D, budget variance analysis. The correct answer is option C, organization development. Organization development fits because organization development uses planned interventions to improve organizational effectiveness. Scientific management is different because it focuses on task efficiency, recruitment is different because it attracts applicants, and budget variance analysis is different because it compares planned and actual financial results. Question 35. One manager notices that work is studied to find the most efficient way to perform each task during a staffing shortage for the frontier unit. Which management idea is involved? Option A, human relations approach. Option B, scientific management. Option C, contingency theory. Option D, bureaucracy. The correct answer is option B, scientific management. Scientific management fits because scientific management emphasizes task analysis, standard methods, and efficiency. Human relations approach is different because it emphasizes social needs and worker attitudes. Contingency theory is different because it argues management depends on the situation, and bureaucracy is different because it emphasizes hierarchy and rules. Question 36. Could a case where a supervisor paraphrases an employee's concern before responding during an operations review for the frontier unit best point to which concept? Option A, filtering. Option B, noise. Option C, active listening. Option D, downward control. The correct answer is option C, active listening. Active listening fits because active listening checks understanding and shows attention to the speaker. Filtering is different because it distorts information before it reaches the receiver. Noise is different because it interferes with communication, and downward control is different because it is not a standard communication concept. Question 37. Why would a scenario where a supervisor is responsible for 12 direct reports during a strategic planning session for the frontier unit most likely test which idea? Option A, span of control. Option B, chain of command. Option C, unity of direction. Option D, job specification. The correct answer is option A, span of control. Span of control fits because span of control is the number of employees reporting directly to a manager. Chain of command is different because it shows reporting lines rather than number of reports. Unity of direction is different because it aligns activities under one plan, and job specification is different because it lists qualifications. Question 38. Where does branch managers are allowed to solve local customer problems without headquarters approval during a compliance review for the frontier unit fit best in management terminology? Option A, centralization. Option B, bureaucracy. Option C, forecasting. Option D, decentralization. The correct answer is option D, decentralization. Decentralization fits because decentralization gives lower levels more authority to make decisions. Centralization is different because it keeps authority at the top, bureaucracy is different because it emphasizes rules and hierarchy, and forecasting is different because it estimates future conditions. Question 39. Should a student connect employees move among different positions to learn broader skills during a merger discussion for the frontier unit with which management concept? Option A, job enlargement. Option B, job rotation. Option C, job enrichment. Option D, specialization. The correct answer is option B, job rotation. Job rotation fits because job rotation shifts employees through different jobs to build variety and experience. Job enlargement is different because it adds similar tasks to one job. Job enrichment is different because it increases responsibility and meaning, and specialization is different because it narrows work into specific tasks. Question 40. Which concept is shown when employees organize as a group to represent their workplace interests inside a hospital department for the frontier unit? Option A, quality circle. Option B, functional department. Option C, mission statement. Option D, labor union. The correct answer is option D, labor union. Labor union fits because a labor union represents workers collectively in dealing with management. Quality circle is different because it focuses on work improvement suggestions. Functional department is different because it groups similar work, and mission statement is different because it states purpose. Question 41. Employees receive health insurance, paid leave, and retirement contributions in a remote service team for the frontier unit. Which term best matches the situation? Option A, base pay. Option B, selection. Option C, benefits. Option D, SWOT analysis. The correct answer is option C, benefits. Benefits fits because benefits are indirect forms of compensation beyond direct wages or salary. Base pay is different because it is direct wage or salary compensation. Selection is different because it chooses employees, and SWOT analysis is different because it reviews strategic factors. Question 42. During a management case, a document lists the duties, responsibilities, and reporting relationships of a position at a logistics company for the frontier unit. Which idea is most relevant? Option A, job specification. Option B, policy. Option C, forecast. Option D, job description. The correct answer is option D, job description. Job description fits because a job description explains what the job holder does. Job specification is different because it lists qualifications needed, policy is different because it gives broad decision guidance, and forecast is different because it estimates future conditions. Question 43. How should a manager classify a situation where an organization designs pay rates, incentives, and salary ranges inside a software company for the frontier unit? Option A, benefits. Option B, recruitment. Option C, quality control. Option D, compensation. The correct answer is option D, compensation. Compensation fits because compensation covers financial rewards given for employee work. Benefits is different because they are indirect rewards such as insurance or leave. Recruitment is different because it attracts applicants, and quality control is different because it checks output against standards. Question 44. When a leader inspires employees with a vision for major change inside a government agency for the frontier unit, which concept is being applied? Option A, transformational leadership. Option B, transactional leadership. Option C, scientific management. Option D, budgetary control. The correct answer is option A, transformational leadership. Transformational leadership fits because transformational leadership motivates people through vision, meaning, and change. Transactional leadership is different because it focuses on exchanges and rewards. Scientific management is different because it focuses on task efficiency, and budgetary control is different because it monitors financial results. Question 45. After frontline supervisors plan specific daily activities and work routines during a staffing shortage for the frontier unit, which label best fits the action? Option A, strategic planning. Option B, organization development. Option C, benchmarking. Option D, operational planning. The correct answer is option D, operational planning. Operational planning fits because operational planning deals with short-range tasks, procedures, and schedules. Strategic planning is different because it covers broad long-term direction. Organization development is different because it focuses on planned organizational change, and benchmarking is different because it compares practices with leading performers. Question 46. If a leader makes decisions alone and expects quick compliance during an operations review for the frontier unit, which choice gives the strongest management explanation? Option A, democratic leadership. Option B, laissez-faire leadership. Option C, servant leadership. Option D, autocratic leadership. The correct answer is option D, autocratic leadership. Autocratic leadership fits because autocratic leadership centralizes authority in the leader. Democratic leadership is different because it invites participation. Laissez-faire leadership is different because it gives followers wide freedom, and servant leadership is different because it emphasizes serving followers' needs. Question 47. To analyze a case where a manager adjusts communication after learning local business customs abroad during a strategic planning session for the frontier unit, which terms should be selected? Option A, technical skill. Option B, cultural intelligence. Option C, budget control. Option D, job enlargement. The correct answer is option B, cultural intelligence. Cultural intelligence fits because cultural intelligence is the ability to work effectively across cultures. Technical skill is different because it is specialized work knowledge. Budget control is different because it compares financial results, and job enlargement is different because it expands tasks. Question 48. For an exam item where a manager adapts decisions to different laws, cultures, currencies, and markets during a compliance review for the frontier unit, which answer is most accurate? Option A, domestic management only. Option B, job analysis. Option C, concurrent control. Option D, global management. The correct answer is option D, global management. Global management fits because global management requires leading and coordinating across national environments. Domestic management only is different because it focuses on one home country context. Job analysis is different because it studies one position, and concurrent control is different because it monitors current work. Question 49. In a workplace example where a posting lists required education, skills, and experience for the role during a merger discussion for the frontier unit, which concept is tested? Option A, job description. Option B, procedure. Option C, job specification. Option D, span of control. The correct answer is option C, job specification. Job specification fits because a job specification identifies qualifications a worker needs for the job. Job description is different because it lists duties performed, procedure is different because it gives steps for a task, and span of control is different because it counts direct reports. Question 50. Before choosing an answer about employees receive clear, challenging goals and regular feedback inside a hospital department for the frontier unit, which concept should stand out? Option A, Maslow's hierarchy. Option B, Hawthorne effect. Option C, goal-setting theory. Option D, decentralization. The correct answer is option C, goal-setting theory. Goal-setting theory fits because goal-setting theory says specific challenging goals can improve performance when accepted. Maslow's hierarchy is different because it ranks needs. Hawthorne effect is different because it involves changes due to being observed, and decentralization is different because it delegates authority downward. Question 51. One manager notices that frontline workers are allowed to make service decisions without waiting for approval in a remote service team for the frontier unit. Which management idea is involved? Option A, empowerment. Option B, centralization. Option C, job analysis. Option D, filtering. The correct answer is option A, empowerment. Empowerment fits because empowerment gives employees authority, information, and responsibility to act. Centralization is different because it keeps decisions at higher levels. Job analysis is different because it studies duties and requirements, and filtering is different because it distorts communication. Question 52. Could a case where managers estimate future sales before setting staffing levels at a logistics company for the frontier unit best point to which concept? Option A, delegation. Option B, job enrichment. Option C, mediation. Option D, forecasting. The correct answer is option D, forecasting. Forecasting fits because forecasting predicts future conditions so managers can plan more intelligently. Delegation is different because it assigns responsibility and authority. Job enrichment is different because it adds motivating responsibility to a job, and mediation is different because it uses a neutral party to guide dispute resolution. Question 53. Why would a scenario where union representatives and management negotiate wages, hours, and working conditions inside a software company for the frontier unit most likely test which idea? Option A, mediation. Option B, recruitment. Option C, forecasting. Option D, collective bargaining. The correct answer is option D, collective bargaining. Collective bargaining fits because collective bargaining is the negotiation process between labor and management. Mediation is different because it uses a neutral helper in a dispute. Recruitment is different because it attracts job applicants, and forecasting is different because it estimates future conditions. Question 54. Where does employees from different backgrounds are actively involved in meetings and decisions inside a government agency for the frontier unit fit best in management terminology? Option A, recruitment. Option B, inclusion. Option C, filtering. Option D, bureaucracy. The correct answer is option B, inclusion. Inclusion fits because inclusion means people are welcomed, respected, and able to contribute. Recruitment is different because it attracts applicants, filtering is different because it distorts communication, and bureaucracy is different because it emphasizes rules and hierarchy. Question 55. Should a student connect? A theorist emphasizes hierarchy, formal rules, and impersonal treatment during a staffing shortage for the frontier unit with which management concept? Option A, human relations management. Option B, transformational leadership. Option C, bureaucratic management. Option D, JIT inventory. The correct answer is option C, bureaucratic management. Bureaucratic management fits because bureaucratic management explains organizations through formal authority, rules, and specialization. Human relations management is different because it emphasizes social and psychological factors. Transformational leadership is different because it inspires change through vision, and JIT inventory is different because it reduces inventory holding. Question 56. Which concept is shown when a manager has the formal right to make decisions and direct work during an operations review for the frontier unit? Option A, responsibility. Option B, accountability. Option C, authority. Option D, motivation. The correct answer is option C, authority. Authority fits because authority is the legitimate right to command resources and give orders. Responsibility is different because it is the duty to perform assigned work. Accountability is different because it is being answerable for results, and motivation is different because it is the drive to act. Question 57. Managers compare applicants and choose the best person for the job during a strategic planning session for the frontier unit. Which term best matches the situation? Option A, selection. Option B, recruitment. Option C, training. Option D, collective bargaining. The correct answer is option A, selection. Selection fits because selection is the process of screening and hiring from the applicant pool. Recruitment is different because it attracts applicants, training is different because it builds skills after hiring, and collective bargaining is different because it negotiates labor conditions. Question 58. During a management case, a manager must explain why a project missed its target during a compliance review for the frontier unit. Which idea is most relevant? Option A, accountability. Option B, authority. Option C, delegation. Option D, recruitment. The correct answer is option A, accountability. Accountability fits because accountability means being answerable for results. Authority is different because it is decision-making power. Delegation is different because it transfers work and authority to another person, and recruitment is different because it attracts job applicants. Question 59. How should a manager classify a situation where an HR specialist advises managers about hiring rules without running their departments during a merger discussion for the frontier unit? Option A, line authority. Option B, centralization. Option C, concurrent control. Option D, staff authority. The correct answer is option D, staff authority. Staff authority fits because staff authority supports line managers with specialized advice. Line authority is different because it directly commands core work. Centralization is different because it concerns where decisions are made, and concurrent control is different because it monitors work in progress. Question 60. When a job is redesigned to include more responsibility, achievement, and growth inside a hospital department for the frontier unit, which concept is being applied? Option A, job enrichment. Option B, job enlargement. Option C, job rotation. Option D, job simplification. The correct answer is option A, job enrichment. Job enrichment fits because job enrichment adds motivating factors to the depth of a job. Job enlargement is different because it adds more tasks at the same level. Job rotation is different because it moves employees among jobs, and job simplification is different because it reduces task complexity. Question 61. After an employee follows formal steps to challenge a contract violation in a remote service team for the frontier unit, which label best fits the action? Option A, grievance procedure. Option B, selection procedure. Option C, budgeting process. Option D, brainstorming. The correct answer is option A, grievance procedure. Grievance procedure fits because a grievance procedure gives employees a formal path for resolving workplace complaints. Selection procedure is different because it screens job applicants. Budgeting process is different because it plans financial resources, and brainstorming is different because it generates ideas before judging them. Question 62. If an employer uses job-related criteria and avoids discrimination in hiring at a logistics company for the frontier unit, which choice gives the strongest management explanation? Option A, job enlargement. Option B, grapevine. Option C, benchmarking. Option D, equal employment opportunity. The correct answer is option D, equal employment opportunity. Equal employment opportunity fits because equal employment opportunity requires fair treatment in employment decisions. Job enlargement is different because it expands tasks, grapevine is different because it is informal communication, and benchmarking is different because it compares with best practices. Question 63. To analyze a case where an employee receives more tasks at the same skill level inside a software company for the frontier unit, which term should be selected? Option A, job enlargement. Option B, job enrichment. Option C, job rotation. Option D, empowerment. The correct answer is option A, job enlargement. Job enlargement fits because job enlargement expands the number of similar tasks in a job. Job enrichment is different because it adds deeper responsibility and growth. Job rotation is different because it moves people among different jobs, and empowerment is different because it gives decision authority. Question 64. For an exam item where experts give anonymous opinions through several rounds of questionnaires inside a government agency for the frontier unit, which answer is most accurate? Option A, Delphi technique. Option B, town hall meeting. Option C, functional structure. Option D, concurrent control. The correct answer is option A, Delphi technique. Delphi technique fits because the Delphi technique gathers expert judgment while reducing direct social pressure. Town hall meeting is different because it is open discussion rather than anonymous expert rounds. Functional structure is different because it groups similar activities, and concurrent control is different because it monitors current work. Question 65. In a workplace example where a leader changes direction and support based on follower readiness during a staffing shortage for the frontier unit, which concept is tested? Option A, situational leadership. Option B, autocratic leadership. Option C, bureaucratic management. Option D, job enrichment. The correct answer is option A, situational leadership. Situational leadership fits because situational leadership adapts leader behavior to the maturity or readiness of followers. Autocratic leadership is different because it consistently centers decisions on the leader. Bureaucratic management is different because it emphasizes formal rules, and job enrichment is different because it redesigns jobs for motivation. Question 66. Before choosing an answer about a leader recognizes frustration in a team and responds calmly during an operations review for the frontier unit, which concept should stand out? Option A, technical skill. Option B, benchmarking. Option C, emotional intelligence. Option D, span of control. The correct answer is option C, emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence fits because emotional intelligence involves understanding and managing emotions in oneself and others. Technical skill is different because it concerns specialized job knowledge. Benchmarking is different because it compares practices with leaders, and span of control is different because it counts direct reports. Question 67. One manager notices that frontline employees send suggestions and problems to senior managers during a strategic planning session for the frontier unit. Which management idea is involved? Option A, downward communication. Option B, horizontal communication. Option C, external communication. Option D, upward communication. The correct answer is option D, upward communication. Upward communication fits because upward communication flows from lower levels to higher levels. Downward communication is different because it flows from managers to employees. Horizontal communication is different because it flows across peers, and external communication is different because it crosses organizational boundaries. Question 68. Could a case where a neutral selection test disproportionately screens out a protected group without job-related justification during a compliance review for the frontier unit best point to which concept? Option A, job enrichment. Option B, management by objectives. Option C, horizontal communication. Option D, adverse impact. The correct answer is option D, adverse impact. Adverse impact fits because adverse impact occurs when an employment practice has an unfair discriminatory effect. Job enrichment is different because it adds motivators to work. Management by objectives is different because it sets agreed measurable goals, and horizontal communication is different because it occurs among peers. Question 69. Why would a scenario where a high-potential employee is prepared for future leadership roles during a merger discussion for the Frontier unit most likely test which idea? Option A, training. Option B, selection. Option C, development. Option D, job description. The correct answer is option C, development. Development fits because development builds long-term capabilities for future responsibilities. Training is different because it focuses more on current job skills. Selection is different because it chooses candidates, and job description is different because it lists current duties. Question 70. Where does a routine refund request is handled with an established policy inside a hospital department for the Frontier unit fit best in management terminology? Option A, non-program decision. Option B, program decision. Option C, strategic alliance. Option D, job enrichment. The correct answer is option B, program decision. Program decision fits because program decisions use rules or procedures for recurring problems. Non-program decision is different because it addresses new and unusual situations. Strategic alliance is different because it is cooperation between firms, and job enrichment is different because it redesigns work. Question 71. Should a student connect managers study broad principles such as unity of command and division of work in a remote service team for the Frontier unit with which management concept? Option A, scientific management. Option B, administrative management. Option C, quantitative management. Option D, e-business. The correct answer is option B, administrative management. Administrative management fits because administrative management focuses on general principles for managing organizations. Scientific management is different because it focuses more on individual task efficiency. Quantitative management is different because it applies mathematical models, and e-business is different because it uses digital technology for business processes. Question 72. Which concept is shown when a team generates many ideas before judging any of them at a logistics company for the Frontier unit? Option A, groupthink. Option B, arbitration. Option C, budgeting. Option D, brainstorming. The correct answer is option D, brainstorming. Brainstorming fits because brainstorming separates idea generation from evaluation to encourage creativity. Groupthink is different because it pressures members toward agreement. Arbitration is different because it lets a third party decide a dispute, and budgeting is different because it plans financial resources. Question 73. HR studies the tasks, duties, and requirements of a position inside a software company for the Frontier unit. Which term best matches the situation? Option A, job enrichment. Option B, job analysis. Option C, recruitment. Option D, collective bargaining. The correct answer is option B, job analysis. Job analysis fits because job analysis collects information about what a job involves and what worker qualities it requires. Job enrichment is different because it redesigns work for motivation. Recruitment is different because it attracts applicants, and collective bargaining is different because it negotiates labor agreements. Question 74. During a management case, a department reaches the goal that customers actually value inside a government agency for the Frontier unit. Which idea is most relevant? Option A, effectiveness. Option B, efficiency. Option C, specialization. Option D, filtering. The correct answer is option A, effectiveness. Effectiveness fits because effectiveness means achieving intended goals and doing the right things. Efficiency is different because it focuses on resource use. Specialization is different because it divides work into narrow tasks, and filtering is different because it distorts messages. Question 75. How should a manager classify a situation where a team member keeps discussion focused on goals, facts, and deadlines during a staffing shortage for the Frontier unit? Option A, maintenance role. Option B, blocking role. Option C, task role. Option D, informal authority. The correct answer is option C, task role. Task role fits because task roles help the group accomplish its work. Maintenance role is different because it supports relationships and morale. Blocking role is different because it disrupts group progress, and informal authority is different because it comes from influence rather than position. Question 76. When a supervisor motivates employees and guides them toward a shared goal during an operations review for the Frontier unit, which concept is being applied? Option A, planning. Option B, organizing. Option C, controlling. Option D, leading. The correct answer is option D, leading. Leading fits because leading focuses on influencing, motivating, and directing people. Planning is different because it is about setting direction before action. Organizing is different because it designs responsibilities and relationships, and controlling is different because it compares results with standards. Question 77. After a leader focuses first on helping followers grow and succeed during a strategic planning session for the frontier unit, which label best fits the action? Option A, servant leadership. Option B, autocratic leadership. Option C, transactional leadership. Option D, scientific management. The correct answer is option A, servant leadership. Servant leadership fits because servant leadership prioritizes follower development, service, and trust. Autocratic leadership is different because it emphasizes command by the leader. Transactional leadership is different because it emphasizes performance exchanges, and scientific management is different because it emphasizes efficient work methods. Question 78. If each side gives up part of what it wants to reach a settlement during a compliance review for the frontier unit, which choice gives the strongest management explanation? Option A, collaboration. Option B, avoidance. Option C, compromise. Option D, accommodation. The correct answer is option C, compromise. Compromise fits because compromise resolves conflict through mutual concessions. Collaboration is different because it seeks a fuller win-win solution. Avoidance is different because it sidesteps the issue, and accommodation is different because it yields to the other side. Question 79. To analyze a case where a firm discovers its outdated software is hurting productivity during a merger discussion for the frontier unit, which term should be selected? Option A, strength. Option B, opportunity. Option C, threat. Option D, weakness. The correct answer is option D, weakness. Weakness fits because a weakness is an internal limitation that can reduce performance. Strength is different because it is an internal advantage. Opportunity is different because it comes from a favorable external condition, and threat is different because it comes from an unfavorable external condition. Question 80. For an exam item where employees learn skills needed for their current job inside a hospital department for the frontier unit, which answer is most accurate? Option A, development. Option B, training. Option C, recruitment. Option D, compensation. The correct answer is option B, training. Training fits because training develops abilities that improve current job performance. Development is different because it prepares employees for broader future roles. Recruitment is different because it attracts applicants, and compensation is different because it provides pay and benefits. Question 81. In a workplace example where employees continuously share knowledge and adapt from experience in a remote service team for the frontier unit, which concept is tested? Option A, learning organization. Option B, bureaucracy. Option C, centralization. Option D, job specification. The correct answer is option A, learning organization. Learning organization fits because a learning organization develops the ability to learn, adapt, and improve continuously. Bureaucracy is different because it emphasizes rules and hierarchy. Centralization is different because it keeps authority at the top, and job specification is different because it lists qualifications. Question 82. Before choosing an answer about employees can trace who reports to whom from supervisor to executive at a logistics company for the frontier unit, which concept should stand out? Option A, job enrichment. Option B, benchmarking. Option C, chain of command. Option D, equity theory. The correct answer is option C, chain of command. Chain of command fits because the chain of command shows the formal line of authority. Job enrichment is different because it adds motivating responsibility to work. Benchmarking is different because it compares performance with best practices, and equity theory is different because it concerns perceived fairness. Question 83. One manager notices that a new customer segment appears in the market inside a software company for the frontier unit. Which management idea is involved? Option A, weakness. Option B, strength. Option C, policy. Option D, opportunity. The correct answer is option D, opportunity. Opportunity fits because an opportunity is an external condition the organization can use to improve results. Weakness is different because it is inside the organization, strength is different because it is an internal advantage, and policy is different because it is a general decision guideline. Question 84. Could a case where executives choose broad long-term goals for the whole organization inside a government agency for the frontier unit best point to which concept? Option A, strategic planning. Option B, operational planning. Option C, work scheduling. Option D, performance appraisal. The correct answer is option A, strategic planning. Strategic planning fits because strategic planning sets organization-wide direction over a longer time horizon. Operational planning is different because it focuses on short-term day-to-day activities. Work scheduling is different because it assigns timing to tasks, and performance appraisal is different because it evaluates employee results. Question 85. Why would a scenario where a manager compares actual performance with standards and corrects a gap during a staffing shortage for the frontier unit most likely test which idea? Option A, controlling. Option B, planning. Option C, organizing. Option D, leading. The correct answer is option A, controlling. Controlling fits because controlling measures results, compares them with standards and triggers corrective action. Planning is different because it sets goals but does not measure completed results. Organizing is different because it assigns work and authority, and leading is different because it motivates people rather than evaluates variances. Question 86. Where does a leader gives capable experts broad freedom and little direct supervision during an operations review for the frontier unit fit best in management terminology? Option A, autocratic leadership. Option B, bureaucratic leadership. Option C, transactional leadership. Option D, laissez-faire leadership. The correct answer is option D, laissez-faire leadership. Laissez-faire leadership fits because laissez-faire leadership minimizes leader control and allows follower autonomy. Autocratic leadership is different because it is directive and centralized. Bureaucratic leadership is different because it follows rules closely, and transactional leadership is different because it emphasizes rewards and corrections. Question 87. Should a student connect a team writes a goal that is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound during a strategic planning session for the frontier unit with which management concept? Option A, vision statement. Option B, grapevine. Option C, bureaucracy. Option D, SMART goal. The correct answer is option D, SMART goal. SMART goal fits because SMART goals are clear enough to guide action and evaluate results. Vision statement is different because it describes a desired future rather than a measurable target. Grapevine is different because it is informal communication, and bureaucracy is different because it is a formal rule-based structure. Question 88. Which concept is shown when a company prepares a backup response in case a supplier fails during a compliance review for the frontier unit? Option A, contingency plan. Option B, standing rule. Option C, job analysis. Option D, downward communication. The correct answer is option A, contingency plan. Contingency plan fits because a contingency plan prepares for possible future events or disruptions. Standing rule is different because it gives a continuing command for repeated behavior. Job analysis is different because it studies tasks and requirements, and downward communication is different because it flows from managers to employees. Question 89. A supervisor formally evaluates an employee's job results against standards during a merger discussion for the frontier unit. Which term best matches the situation? Option A, job analysis. Option B, recruitment. Option C, orientation. Option D, performance appraisal. The correct answer is option D, performance appraisal. Performance appraisal fits because performance appraisal assesses how well an employee met performance expectations. Job analysis is different because it studies job duties, recruitment is different because it attracts applicants, and orientation is different because it introduces new hires. Question 90. During a management case, a manager assigns a task and grants enough authority to complete it inside a hospital department for the frontier unit. Which idea is most relevant? Option A, centralization. Option B, job rotation. Option C, delegation. Option D, arbitration. The correct answer is option C, delegation. Delegation fits because delegation transfers responsibility for work along with the authority needed to do it. Centralization is different because it keeps authority near the top. Job rotation is different because it moves employees among jobs, and arbitration is different because it uses a third party to make a binding dispute decision. Question 91. How should a manager classify a situation where a company creates separate units for consumer products, business products, and services in a remote service team for the frontier unit? Option A, functional structure. Option B, simple structure. Option C, staff authority. Option D, divisional structure. The correct answer is option D, divisional structure. Divisional structure fits because a divisional structure groups work around products, customers, or regions. Functional structure is different because it groups by specialized activities. Simple structure is different because it has little formalization and few departments, and staff authority is different because it gives advice rather than a full divisional design. Question 92. When an employee develops a new product idea inside an existing company at a logistics company for the frontier unit, which concept is being applied? Option A, entrepreneurship. Option B, entrepreneurship. Option C, collective bargaining. Option D, span of control. The correct answer is option B, entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship fits because entrepreneurship is entrepreneurial behavior within an established organization. Entrepreneurship is different because it usually involves starting a new independent venture. Collective bargaining is different because it negotiates labor terms, and span of control is different because it counts direct reports. Question 93. After a manager sets objectives and chooses actions before work begins inside a software company for the frontier unit, which label best fits the action? Option A, organizing. Option B, leading. Option C, controlling. Option D, planning. The correct answer is option D, planning. Planning fits because planning is the function that defines goals and decides how to reach them. Organizing is different because it arranges resources after goals are set. Leading is different because it influences people to work toward goals, and controlling is different because it measures results against standards. Question 94. If a new competitor enters the market with lower prices inside a government agency for the frontier unit, which choice gives the strongest management explanation? Option A, threat. Option B, strength. Option C, opportunity. Option D, procedure. The correct answer is option A, threat. Threat fits because a threat is an external condition that can harm performance. Strength is different because it is an internal advantage, opportunity is different because it is an external positive condition, and procedure is different because it is a sequence of steps. Question 95. To analyze a case where a neutral third party helps disputing employees reach their own agreement during a staffing shortage for the frontier unit, which term should be selected? Option A, arbitration. Option B, mediation. Option C, collective bargaining. Option D, groupthink. The correct answer is option B, mediation. Mediation fits because mediation guides the process without imposing a binding decision. Arbitration is different because it usually gives the third-party decision power. Collective bargaining is different because it is labor management negotiation, and groupthink is different because it is pressure toward agreement. Question 96. For an exam item where a leader rewards employees for meeting agreed performance targets during an operations review for the frontier unit, which answer is most accurate? Option A, transformational leadership. Option B, servant leadership. Option C, transactional leadership. Option D, situational leadership. The correct answer is option C, transactional leadership. Transactional leadership fits because transactional leadership uses exchanges, rewards, and corrective actions. Transformational leadership is different because it inspires commitment to change. Servant leadership is different because it emphasizes serving followers, and situational leadership is different because it adapts style to readiness. Question 97. In a workplace example where an employee compares pay and effort with coworkers and judges fairness during a strategic planning session for the frontier unit, which concept is tested? Option A, expectancy theory. Option B, Maslow's theory. Option C, equity theory. Option D, TQM. The correct answer is option C, equity theory. Equity theory fits because equity theory focuses on perceived fairness between inputs and outcomes. Expectancy theory is different because it asks whether effort will lead to valued rewards. Maslow's theory is different because it ranks needs in a hierarchy, and TQM is different because it focuses on continuous quality improvement. Question 98. Before choosing an answer about an employee receives performance input from supervisors, peers, subordinates, and sometimes customers during a compliance review for the frontier unit, which concept should stand out? Option A, self-managed team. Option B, job specification. Option C, 360-degree feedback. Option D, budget control. The correct answer is option C, 360-degree feedback. 360-degree feedback fits because 360-degree feedback gathers appraisal information from multiple sources around the employee. Self-managed team is different because it gives a team control over work. Job specification is different because it lists qualifications, and budget control is different because it compares financial results with a budget. Question 99. One manager notices that managers recognize that social needs and group norms affect productivity during a merger discussion for the frontier unit. Which management idea is involved? Option A, scientific management. Option B, human relations approach. Option C, classical bureaucracy. Option D, PERT. The correct answer is option B, human relations approach. Human relations approach fits because the human relations approach emphasizes people, morale, and social factors at work. Scientific management is different because it emphasizes efficient task methods. Classical bureaucracy is different because it emphasizes formal rules and hierarchy, and PERT is different because it schedules project activities. Question 100. Could a case where a firm uses digital systems to sell, serve customers, and coordinate operations inside a hospital department for the frontier unit best point to which concept? Option A, job analysis. Option B, autocratic leadership. Option C, e-business. Option D, mediation. The correct answer is option C, e-business. E-business fits because e-business uses internet and digital technologies to conduct business processes. Job analysis is different because it studies work duties, autocratic leadership is different because it centralizes decisions, and mediation is different because it helps parties reach agreement.